Hi guys, how are you all doing? I'm doing well myself. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Cooking in Barbara Modhoni. If you're new here, karibu sana. You're so much welcome. Remember to subscribe and to press the notification bell so that you can be notified every time I post a new video. So today I'm going to show you how to prepare SKUMA WIKI. Yes, and also I'm going to show you how to prepare wet fry fish, of which I already have a recipe of wet fry fish, but this one is a more advanced one. So if you want to learn that and much more, stay tuned. So for the recipe, you'll need a fish, of course. This is deep fried fish. Then you need greens, and in that case you need SKUMA WIKI and spinach. Then you need onions, this were in the fridge, and then tomatoes, dhania, and lemon. So first and foremost is you're going to start by slicing our greens, and I'm going to do that very fast, so give me a minute. Our greens are ready, so let's get on to preparing the onions and the tomatoes. So I'm just going to remove the eye of the tomato and prepare my onions. These ones were already prepared because they were in the fridge. This one was not prepared. So I'm just removing the dry skin. And then my dhania, so I'm just cutting the tip because the stock really has a lot of flavor in it. And then next we are going to look if there are any weeds, and if there aren't, we're going to wash this and slice them. So let me wash. So next we start slicing them. Onions first, then tomatoes, and then dhania. We're done with all preparations. Let's go and start cooking. So we're going to start by lighting our gas. And then we're going to start by preparing our fish. So I'm going to use this larger sufuria because it will fit the fish while it's still whole. So we're going to allow the onions to cook until golden brown. That's the first process. So this is a quick check. The onions are almost golden brown, but still not there yet, so we give them more time to cook until golden brown. A few minutes later, our onions are ready. They are golden brown just like we wanted. So the next thing is we're going to add our tomatoes and dhania at the same time. Then we are going to give this a very good stir to ensure the tomatoes, the dhanias, and the onions plus the oil are well mixed together. Guys, stirring is a very key process, so always ensure you take your time and ensure everything is well combined. The aromas will come out very well if everything is well combined. Next, we are going to add 1 Royco cube. I just spread it on top of the tomatoes like that, and then next we are going to add salt, just enough salt to taste. Then next you're going to stir this and ensure all the spices and the salt and the tomatoes are well mixed together. So guys, stirring is a very key process when you're preparing meals. So next we're going to cover the tomatoes and allow them to cook. We need them to cook into a thick paste that will help us get some very good soup out of it. So this is a few minutes later, And as you can see, our tomatoes are well cooked. Yeah, so what we are going to do next is I'm going to add in some hot water, but you can also add cold water, it will still boil. Yeah, so once you add the water, you stir, and then you're going to cover and allow it to boil, or rather to simmer into a thick paste. So give this a few minutes to simmer. Few minutes later, again, our sauce is now quite thick, so we're going to add, or rather to put in, the fish. And our fish is slightly longer than our sufuria, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to press it in. I think I'm going to cut the fins, the tail fin. So yeah, let me cut the tail fin. Yeah, there it goes. Now it fits very well into the sufuria. That will allow it to cook on each and every side. Yeah. So what you're going to do next is to cover and allow the bottom side to absorb all the sauce. So yeah, few minutes later, our bottom side is now, it has well absorbed the sauces. So what you're going to do here is just turn the fish and cover it with all the tomato and also the soup. So once you see that it is well covered and the soup is not enough according to how you want your fish, you can add in some more water. So we're going to cover the fish now and allow the top side to cook. So give this around 3 minutes and we'll be back. So a few minutes later, and we're going to turn our fish again. So the process here is just ensuring that the fish is well cooked and it is well covered with the tomato sauce, or rather the tomato paste. So what I'm doing now is I'm just ensuring the fish is well covered. This process is important as it will also ensure the inside of the fish has the good taste that the outside has. So here's an up close of how the fish looks. It looks really nice and it has a very good thick soup. As you can see, it is not too much, and also the fish is well cooked and it is very soft. Yeah, so our fish is ready, guys. So I'm just going to cover and switch off the heat and remove the fish from the cooker because it is ready. So what you're going to do next is you're going to start preparing our greens, and to do that I'm just going to light the gas and cover our onions and allow them to cook till golden brown. So it's a few minutes later, just checking on our onions, still not golden brown, but we are almost there. So we are going to cover and allow them to cook until golden brown. So our onions are ready. So what you're going to do now is to add salt, just enough salt to taste. Then we stir. Guys, I don't add any spices to my greens. I just cook them with onions and salt, and they are very delicious. So now we are going to add the greens. The secret when you're preparing greens, add as much onions as you can depending on the amount of greens you have, because you're not going to add anything. So the onion and the salt are the flavors of the greens. So after you've added the greens, you just like not stirring, just ensure that you press them down. Don't stir immediately. Please don't stir immediately. You're just pressing them down to ensure that the onions don't continue cooking because they will burn. So it's like you're slightly mixing but not turning them. So once you've done that, you take your lid and cover them and allow them to cook kidogo until they shrink. Few minutes later, as you can see, the greens have shrunk. So now is the turning time. So you just turn them and ensure, as you can see, the onions have really caramelized, and that's a good thing because they remove all the flavors. So you just turn them and ensure they're well mixed. And also another tip for having sweet greens, ensure you're generous with the oil. Be generous with the oil and be generous with the onions. Yeah, so you just turn and ensure everything is well mixed up. Now you're going to taste if the salt is enough, and yeah, it is good. So we're just going to cover and now allow the greens to cook for 3 minutes. Few minutes later, our greens should be ready, because guys, as I earlier told you, you should not overcook your greens. Mostly if you're not serving immediately, don't overcook. Here is a close-up of our greens. They look so nice. As you can see, they are sparkling because of the generous oil, and also the onions are popping. Yeah, our greens are ready now. They look so nice, guys. So we are going to cover and switch off the heat because they are ready. Now we are going to plate. So here is our fish, still looking good, and here are our greens, very very nice. So let us plate. So I'm going to put the greens on this small white bowl. Yeah, that's enough. And then remember to cover your food. So let me go and wash this. So here it is, very clean. Then we're going to serve our fish on this white plate. So you just remove the fish first, with the bottom side now facing up, and then all the tomatoes, you place them on the side. Yeah, like that. And our fish and SKUMA WIKI are ready to be eaten. So let me show you an up close of it. So here is an up close of our food. Doesn't it look yummy, guys? Just tell me on the comment section, does it not look yummy? So guys, I hope you've learned how to prepare SKUMA WIKI and fish in the most easiest way. Thank you. That's it for this video, guys. I hope you've learned how to prepare the most delicious sweet fry fish in town and the most delicious SKUMA WIKI. Until next time, bye, and remember to give this video a thumbs up if you like it and subscribe to my channel if you've not.